a 40-year-old man named Kelvin Evans just got sentenced to prison. And the reason why has the entire internet talking right now. During Beyoncé's Cowboy Carter tour stop in Atlanta last year, this man broke into a car belonging to one of her team members. He stole 2 MacBook laptops, hard drives, luxury items. And according to prosecutors, those hard drives contained Beyoncé's unreleased music. On May 12, 2026, he walked into a courtroom, entered a guilty plea, and walked out with a 5-year sentence, 2 of which he will be serving behind bars. This is the full story. Let's get into it. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, we cover the biggest celebrity stories every week. Subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss a video. Today we are breaking down the Beyoncé music theft case from start to finish, the theft, the investigation, the courtroom drama, and what this whole situation means for artists in the music industry. This one is a wild ride, so stay with me. On July 8, 2025, Beyoncé was performing in Atlanta, Georgia, as part of her Cowboy Carter tour. One of her team members, a choreographer and dancer named Grant, had a rental Jeep Wagoneer parked in a parking garage on Krog Street Northeast in the city. Inside that vehicle, Grant was carrying 2 MacBook laptops, Apple headphones, luxury clothing, accessories, and most critically, hard drives that allegedly contained unreleased Beyoncé music. He also told investigators that he had what he described as personal and sensitive information belonging to Beyoncé herself stored on those devices. Kelvin Evans spotted that vehicle in the parking garage that night. He broke in and took everything. Now here is what makes this case stand out from a regular car break-in. This was not just someone grabbing a bag and running. Evans walked away with potentially some of the most valuable unreleased creative material in the music industry. Beyoncé is known for keeping her projects completely under wraps until she is ready to release them. Her rollouts are legendary, perfectly timed, perfectly controlled. Unreleased tracks from her are not just files on a hard drive. They represent years of work, creative decisions, and a carefully planned vision that her entire team works hard to protect. What Evans took that night had real consequences, legal, financial, and personal. Law enforcement did not take long to track Evans down. The stolen MacBook laptops and hard drives were traceable through location pings, digital signals that modern devices send out and that police know exactly how to follow. Investigators built a strong case using that digital trail, and on August 26, 2025, just about 7 weeks after the theft, Kelvin Evans was arrested and booked into Fulton County Jail in Atlanta. He did not get out. He remained in that jail from the day of his arrest all the way through the legal process. In October 2025, a grand jury formally indicted him on charges of entering an automobile with intent to commit theft and criminal trespass. Those are serious charges in Georgia, and the case was building into something much bigger than your average theft case. For several months, Evans sat in jail while his legal team worked on his defense. The assumption was that this was heading to a full jury trial. In March 2026, Evans entered a not guilty plea. Jury selection began shortly after in May 2026, and it looked like a full trial was about to get underway. But just 2 days into jury selection, Kelvin Evans changed his mind completely. He waived his right to a jury trial and entered a guilty plea in Fulton County Superior Court on May 12, 2026. He pleaded guilty to entering an automobile with intent to commit theft and to criminal trespass, the exact charges he had originally denied. His defense attorney addressed the judge directly. The attorney said Evans was looking forward to putting this behind him and hoped to build a legitimate life going forward. He had spent nearly 9 months sitting in Fulton County Jail by this point. The reality of a full trial and potentially an even heavier sentence clearly played a role in his decision. The judge sentenced him to 5 years total, 2 years to be served in prison, 3 years on probation following his release. He was also issued a court order to stay completely away from the victims and the parking garage where the theft took place. When the news broke on May 12, 2026, the internet reacted almost immediately. Beyoncé fans flooded social media with reactions, with the majority celebrating the outcome. Many pointed out that the sentence sent a clear message, not just about this specific case, but about how seriously the legal system is willing to treat the theft of an artist's intellectual property. Comments and posts across Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok called it a victory for Beyoncé and for touring artists everywhere. There was also a lot of discussion about what exactly was on those hard drives. To this day, it has not been fully confirmed how much, if any, of the stolen unreleased material was recovered intact. Beyoncé's team has not made a public statement about the content of the drives or whether the music was compromised in any way. What was confirmed in court is that the hard drives existed, that they allegedly contained her unreleased work, and that Evans stole them. This case is bigger than just one theft and one sentencing. It touches on something that affects the entire music industry. Touring artists are exposed in ways that most people never think about. They are constantly moving between cities, managing huge amounts of equipment, files, and personal belongings, without a permanent secure location to store any of it. Hard drives travel in bags. Laptops sit in rental cars. Personal data moves from venue to venue inside backpacks. There are real security gaps, and this case exposed one of them in a very public and costly way. Intellectual property theft costs the music industry billions of dollars every year. When unreleased music leaks or gets into the wrong hands, the damage goes beyond money. An album rollout that an artist spent years planning can collapse overnight. The emotional impact on artists who have their private creative work exposed before they are ready is something that rarely gets talked about enough. This case, and the prison sentence that came with it, sends a direct message that digital forensics and location tracking have made it significantly harder to commit these crimes and get away with them. Law enforcement pursued this case seriously from day one, and the outcome reflects that. So here is where everything stands right now. Kelvin Evans broke into a car during a Beyoncé tour stop on July 8, 2025. He stole hard drives containing unreleased music and sensitive personal information. He was arrested 7 weeks later using digital tracking evidence, spent nearly 9 months in jail, reversed his not guilty plea at the last possible moment, and on May 12, 2026, was sentenced to 2 years in prison and 3 years of probation. Beyoncé has not spoken publicly about the case, but the courts delivered a result that her fans are calling justice. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think a 2-year prison sentence was the right call here? Or should it have been longer given what was at stake? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video useful, please hit the like button. It genuinely helps this channel grow. And if you are not subscribed yet, now is a great time to do that. More stories just like this one are coming very soon. I will see you in the next one.